Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at how the cunning moves INT Fasha does in the extreme super battle road stage. So we're going to take a look at just how well Fasha does. Obviously she's on the Pure Saiyans team, and Pure Saiyans is a pretty tough extreme super battle road stage. They hit pretty hard in here. It's because of the amount of options that you have, which is, pretty good. But yeah, they hit pretty damn hard in here, and so it's going to be interesting to see how well she can take it, how well she can take on the challenge, obviously. And yeah, we're just going to have to see how well she can handle this level of output from the units. So, of course, in terms of like Fasha herself, we're just going to go through her details. She's a low class warriors lead of 77%. She greatly raises defense for one turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy and lowers the attack and defense of the enemy, which is pretty good. She has 150% attack and defense and a high chance of evading the enemy's attacks, which is 50%. She will randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres when there is an ally whose name includes Bardock. Team Bardock excluded on the team, and then all allies get key +3, and Team Bardock category allies get an additional attack and defense of 30% within the same turn after she has evaded an attack. So all in all, a pretty good showing in terms of her passive. A really nice passive. Her links as well, pretty solid. Nothing too wild, but very, very good. Prepared for battle, good key link. Shadowing the limit, good key link. Saiyan lineage, good key link. So overall, pretty decent. Like very, very, very solid. Here we can see with an item active, she takes a hell of a lot of damage. Now that's not uncommon. As I said, the Pure Saiyans Extreme Super Battle Road stage is one of the hardest stages. You can see there she took 121k damage and 80k damage as well. Which is pretty nuts considering she's obviously fighting a type neutral and a physical type, and she has an item active. Of course though, she did dodge a couple attacks afterwards, showing that 50% evasion coming in clutch after firing her super attack and getting one of those evasions as well. It's very, very likely that she would have taken way less damage. We're talking around about 40-50k from the attack of the physical unit. So very, very good unit from that standpoint. I wouldn't place her as a front slot tank or anything, maybe as a last roll of the dice to see if her evasion can kick in, but for the most part she looks very, very strong. She seems to be very, very solid, and she has a very nice kit. The lowering of attack and defense is a great ability to have for obviously any Super Battle Road or Extreme Super Battle Road stage, due to the fact that you can obviously do quite a lot. You have the ability to do quite a decent amount of utility debuffing of the enemy with those. You can't necessarily usually do it in things like long form events and that, but you can in these events quite well, and so it's very good overall from Fasha. I think she looks really, really solid. So that was a decent showing. Only one item active. It is a very difficult event for units to face no item. These units throw out 300k normal attacks. It's not something that units can just survive. We are going to activate two items here. We're going to activate an Icarus and a Princess Snake, just so we can get a couple more turns out of her. So we'll get this turn, then we'll probably get the next one. And we'll get a very good idea of how well she does. One of her main attraction points is obviously the evasion. Just the ability to evade enemies' attacks is quite crucial when you're trying to avoid taking a lot of damage here. And we can see that she gets it again. 1.7 million is a decent attack stat. You could raise that obviously with equipment and with some link leveling. She's getting a lot of evasions, which is really, really good. It is a 50% rate, so sometimes you're going to feel like it's amazing, sometimes you're not going to feel like it's amazing. It is just one of those things you can't really control. Like evasions and RNG and whether units dodge is always something that's difficult to evaluate because it can look great in some videos and absolutely shocking in others. But yeah, overall she's looking very, very solid. So we're going to have a decent display from her. What we're going to do next, we're going to run through this turn, and then next turn she'll be able to go without an item. She will have a type advantage, but it will still give us a decent indicator of how well she's going to do, because remember, she'll have a 1.5 reduction. So basically if she gets hit for 60k, she would have been hit for roughly 90k on a normal unit, and that's basically how it's going to work. So yeah, we'll take a look at how well she does. Hopefully she gets her evasion first, and we can see how well her dodging does afterwards. But yeah, overall she looks like she could be really, really solid. And I think it's a very, very solid little unit. I don't think she's like obviously the world's greatest unit. She is a free-to-play unit, but I'll be honest, I think she's very, very solid. When all the other units also get their easy A's, she's going to have much better linking partners. She's going to have partners that she can kind of play off of a bit better. Playing her as a first slot tank's also not her design. I do think, generally speaking, she's a second slot or even a third slot unit, just based off of her kind of general build. I would say second slot is probably her best situation, but I definitely wouldn't place her in first slot. Then again, if you try to rely on her evasion, you can get still quite a decent bit out of her, which is all decent there. Another super attack evaded as well. So yeah, she's looking really, really solid. I like what she's bringing to the table, and I just think, yeah, overall she's looking really, really great. So I'm really happy with Fasha. I think she's done a great job, and I think they did a great job with her build. I think ESBR and SBR are going to be where she's the most usable. You could use her in Pepe Gals as well if you want to, but for me, I definitely think she's going to be most usable in Pure Saiyans base stages. With that being said, she's on a lot of categories. Well, not a lot, but she's on quite a few categories. And with the built-in team, with the free-to-play Team Bardock units, you should be able to use her to clear out a couple old SBR and ESBR with no real major issues. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Vegeta's not going to survive this attack. Just basically wanted to get off his final flash, final atonement once more. So yeah, overall, really, really impressed by Fasha, and I think she did a great job. So I'm super duper impressed, and yeah, very, very happy with that performance. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know, if you think she's any good. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, bye.